know how that defense has kind of been a thorn in your side for a few years.
Yeah.
Put up more yards than anybody ever has on Wilcox in his 6 years here. Just what does that mean to you to have that kind of success after this defense and been a problem for you guys for a couple of years?
Yeah, no, that defense is, as good as anybody in the Pac-12, and I'm not just saying that. I've said it all week, this is the most disciplined team in the Pac-12 in terms of blitzes, hitting their gaps. And they don't blitz a ton, and they didn't today. They gave us some stuff that we hadn't seen, some stuff that, we were ready for and we really executed. But, I think we left a lot of yards and a lot of points out on the field. I don't think that's a secret. But, I think that's always good when you can kind of point to that, but you still get the win. So, we'll go back and look at the film, but overall, I don't think it was our best game, our sharpest game as an offense, so we'll continue to improve on that.
From Middle Eric.
As you said, maybe some things lacking, but specifically the
Yeah.
fourth downs in the red zone. What kind of is the difference there? What do you learn from shortcomings?
Yeah, just a few miscommunications, just simple stuff, which, is kind of discouraging because, and it was all across the board, it was everybody. But, just little stuff that, we don't mess up on during the week, and then we kind of screwed it up in the game. And they, like I said, they threw some little new wrinkles in against us. Nothing too crazy. Everything we were pretty much ready for. So I think that was most frustrating, though, because you leave a bunch of points out on the grass, and you kind of kick yourself after the game. You're just like, man, we could have won a lot more.
Back left, Matt.
How do you balance that approach? Because all three people that have spoken have talked about we left a lot on the field,
Yeah.
and yet you had statistically a really big game.
Yeah, I just think we just have a certain standard in terms of what we should be doing, and we felt like going into the game we had a really strong game plan. We thought Coach Dillingham really got us ready for the game. Coach Clem really had us dialed in the pressures that we were going to see. But it was just little things where it's enough to kind of make you upset. It's like, man, if we would have just done these 2 or 3 little things. But that's football at the end of the day. But it's more just frustrating because we want to score more points than we did today, and we know we could have. So
Front right, Rob.
Good job by Bo. I mean, six touchdowns, 3 rushing, 3 passing. It seemed like he was kind of taking what they were giving him. Just what kind of job did he do in terms of leading you through some of that stuff, the early struggles, and kind of keep leading you through it and getting you on track in the middle of the game there?
yeah, I think he did a really good job of and he's done it all year, of keeping us composed, not getting out of our zone, not freaking out. We kind of went down there for a little bit, and just making sure we knew that we were going to get the offense rolling at some point. We hated to have a slow start because we talked about that the whole week, and it was like that was pointed out as this, and we kind of came out sleepwalking a little bit. But Bo did a great job today. Got us into some really good plays. I think we had a lot of checks today, just some looks they were running. I missed a few within the O-line up front. We missed a few, so we would have got those down. I think we would have had some more points on the board. But Bo did a great job of getting us in the right look.
Second row, middle count.
The standard that you talked about, what do you think? Where do you think the source of that is? Is that Coach Lanning, or how do you attribute why you guys are kind of in a similar mentality when talking about kind of what you'd like to achieve?
Yeah, I just think we've seen ourselves play. Not quite I wouldn't say a complete game yet, but we've seen ourselves play at our highest level, and we just know what we're capable of as an offense. And we had a lot of. I feel like we had. I don't know the numbers. We had quite a few drives today, and I feel like, just with the amount of drives that we had, some of them just kind of stalled out in the red zone, and that's something that we've been emphasizing, and I think we've been decently, pretty good at, or much improved over the past few weeks since Washington State in the red zone. But I think we just got to keep on elevating that, harping on that, because we get so close down there that we want to score as many points as we can.
Front left, Max.
Alex, you guys have faced a lot of talented defenses this
Yeah.
year. In another game, scoring more than 40. You mentioned the red zone, how you guys are trying to grow there. Where do you feel like the offense has grown the most just this year?
I just think Coach Dillingham has put a lot of the good kind of pressure on Bo and I to get us in the right looks. And I feel like in the beginning of fall camp, once we were starting to kind of get our offense, we were like, okay, we kind of start to understand what we're trying to do here. And I think today, the past 2 weeks especially, Bo and I have been pretty well in sync in terms of, hey, we got this look. I'll turn around and be like, hey, you wanna run this play or this play, and he'll get us into the right look, by reading the coverages and stuff. So we had a few nice ones of those today, and just trying to stay out of negative plays, which I know sounds kinda obvious, but it's like just such a simple thing, but, you know, it's actually pretty difficult to do, is just stay out of negative plays. But yeah.
That's all we have time for. Thank you, sir.